Okay, hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. Remember, I told you that this video was going to come late, but I'm here now. Let's talk about Real Madrid versus Arsenal. Remontada, people, remontada. We were really ready for this remontada. We were promised defeat. We were given all it was saying every part of the world. But anyway, let's talk about it. We are gonna talk about how Arsenal overcame Real Madrid again, what is wrong with Real Madrid, and exactly where is the future for both teams. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let's talk about it. But first of all this week, the only thing that I've heard about was Remontada, and I heard it. I did not even know of this name. Guys, I'm in Africa and I'm already talking about Remontada because of how noisy we were being told that this Real Madrid was going to do. We were promised that the ground will be closed. We were told a lot of things that were going to happen, and we were told how they were going to put everything. An emotional video was going to be played for the Real Madrid players getting into the game, an emotional video to get them ready. We had a moment of silence where there was a sound which was played for almost more than a minute just to get the emotion of the ground, to get people pumped up for it. Then something happened. Declan Rice came alive. Arsenal came alive. And I'm going to tell you something that is interesting. Arsenal beat Real Madrid with two things that Real Madrid has not had this whole entire season, which is formation and actually a structure and formation. Because the question that we were asking, and I think it's not a bad question to ask, we were asking Real Madrid, what are you going to offer us in the ground? And they said, Remontada. What is your structure? Exactly how will your team look like? Remontada. And how is your formation in the game? What exactly are you going to do? What is your structure? What is your tactical structure, tactical formation in which you're going to show us in the game to actually get an advantage out of us now? And they said again, remontada. The problem is this, and I'm going to repeat this. I know the passion, I know the belief, I know the excitement, I know making the whole entire stadium do amazing stuff. I know an emotional night, creating that. I know the revenge tour that people do. We have done this against Real Madrid. I'm talking about the Real Madrid. We actually had the striker. We have done this. We've seen it every single time that Liverpool, whenever we're talking about trying to get a revenge out of Real Madrid, we've been embarrassed. Because one thing that has to make sense to people, and I think this is one of the most important things to the world, is this. You can all wish and dream, but if you are not really that good, then you are literally wasting people's time. And that's what I feel about Real Madrid. That's how I feel about the Spanish media, because I've never seen them making so much noise the way they did this week. I heard that 90 minutes in Madrid is long. To be honest, it was long for Real Madrid, not for Arsenal. Because also, on top of structure and formation that Arsenal showed in the game, I also saw something that I've never seen out of Arsenal, and which was personality. And I think players like Lewis Kelly carries that in abandon. This kid was playing, enjoying himself, making sure that the world know who he is in that ground, like he has lived there all his life. Players like Declan Rice, movement, everything he was doing. I think it's only one player who lost his cool in the game, and it was Thomas Partey. And the way the Arsenal fan players were running to him, trying to remind him of what they are expecting, what they expect of him in the game, that showed me something about character which is being built out of this Arsenal team. And I'm telling you, they have some things that we are going to talk about in this game that we will see. It will help them to go far. This is one thing that I'm telling you, that I know people want to say so much about the Premier League. I know people have something to say, but games like this, I think they truly play a mark in reminding the world exactly where the Premier League is compared to La Liga. Yesterday, compared to France, you can see that is night and day. Because if that Real Madrid is the second team in the league, and now that's where problems are. You can now start to see where the problems are, because it was not only character that I saw from Arsenal. They actually had a plan. They were never, I was surprised when Lucas Vasquez said that Arsenal did not come to play the game, they were defending. And I'm like, if you check the first half, who has been tested more between Arsenal's goalkeeper and your goalkeeper? I saw that it was Thibaut Courtois. So a team that came to defend, which has already had 2 or 3 shots on target on your goal side, and you want to call that coming to defend, then I don't even want to know when they come to attack, because I don't even want to know what you guys are doing if you were the ones that came to attack, because I have never seen a team that have no idea what is happening in the ground, and that's exactly what I saw from some of the most expensive players in the world, some of the best players in the world. And I now start to believe this. Buying, and this is the crazy thing, buying Kylian Mbappe to bring him to Real Madrid was one of the worst things, because I think it destroyed the Real Madrid as a team. Let me make it make sense. Having 2 left-sided players playing in a team, it makes sense. Having 2 left-sided players in a team who are playing as your strike force, it makes sense. But making those players 3 and all of them at a world-class position, which it is difficult for the manager to drop either one of them. I'm talking of Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe, and Vini. And all of them, you are making another left guy who's used to playing on the left side of the attack play as a striker, the other one playing as a right winger. It's a recipe for disaster, because Rodrigo, as much as he has done well, he's not at the level of the likes of Mohamed Salah, who thrives playing on the right wing, the likes of Messi, who strive, even Lamine Yamal, who strives playing on the right wing, crossing as a left-sided player. What I saw today was a combination of wishful hoping things from a team that is as big as they come in the world, hoping that the ancestors of Real Madrid would come in and play football for them, because to be honest, really nothing came out. 21 years it took, and this is the honest truth, 21 years it took for a team to actually beat Real Madrid in this time of this competition. 21 years. And as much as you are trying to blame Carlo Ancelotti, this was a man trying to turn water into wine. He was trying to turn water into wine. That's exactly what was happening, because they did not look like they were going to do anything. 18 shots for Real Madrid. They were kicking shots from every angle. They were kicking the strikers, get the ball, run with the ball, shoot. Jude Bellingham, get the ball, pass it on, shoot. Everything, get the ball, run, shoot. And they had one shot on target. One shot on target. The whole entire game, Real Madrid had one shot on target. And that was the goal after a mistake from William Saliba that went in. It was a mistake. And it's a remontada. That's exactly what the meaning of remontada. We have just really watched remontada here. Real Madrid only having one shot on target. We're talking about the Vinis. The guy who said that he should have been the Ballon d'Or holder last season, and he's going to be a Ballon d'Or holder. We're talking of Kylian Mbappe, the guy who believes the world is on top of his shoulder, who believes he is the guy. Kept quiet by Jorin Timber, kept quiet by Lewis Kelly, kept quiet by Kibio. If I tell you that these are the guys who came in and told Real Madrid how to play football, you'll be shocked. If I tell you the midfield of Valverde, Jude Bellingham, and the Tchouaméni was kept quiet by a midfield of Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Martin Odegaard, you won't believe me, because in Arsenal's midfield, the only player you would take there and say that can fit into Real Madrid players is Declan Rice, and he proved it in 2 games, man of the match, ran the show. And we'll come to the Real Madrid. Valverde, the energy of Valverde is going to be exciting. It's going to make Remontada feel sweet. because 90 minutes at the Santiago Bernabeu is long. And the energy of Valverde was put in the midfield. We did not see it. Jude Bellingham's going to be playing as that number 10, the guy who goes into attack, cause chaos. He'll be running into the box, try by all means to do so much. How many times did you see him in the box? And what was he doing in the box? Maybe I'm talking too much. What was he doing in the box? What was he doing in the box? We watched the game, didn't we? All of us. What was he doing in the box? How many shoe crosses did you see? And the Thibaut Courtois said it perfectly. He said that we were putting so many crosses into the box, but we no longer just Solu because we saw that the goddamn guy, we said that he was just there to help out. We are now a good string and strong team. We can do it. We don't need a Joselu. How do you cross into the box when you don't even recognize the 9? What were you hoping for? Christmas box? You were hoping that by goals given right as now players scores themselves into the back of the net? Is that exactly what you're hoping for, Real Madrid? Is that what you're hoping? And that's what I'm saying. Remontada was just a hopeful wish, hopeful thinking. You made so much noise about this remontada. You made so much noise that I started to believe in your madness. I didn't preach about it, but I started believing it. And you showed that you were as 15 Champions League are standing there, and I'm telling you, I'm calling that team so useless. I'm calling this team useless. And like I said, you can blame Carlo Ancelotti as much as you want, but you can take a horse into the river, but you can make it drink water. You can't. That is on your owners. That one is on your owners. That team does not look like a team. That team does not have a structure. That team does not have a structure. You should be paying more Carlo Ancelotti to make that team being in the number 2 of La Liga. You should be paying Carlo Ancelotti right now for that. Because that team does not look like a team that can do anything. It doesn't. It doesn't even feel or smell like a team that can do anything. So Ancelotti deserves more for making that team surprise the world. Making that team look like a team that can play. And without Toni Kroos, that team looks like cannot even control the ball to save their life. Real Madrid cannot even control the ball to save their life. I never thought I would be coming out here on the 17th of April, or a day before my birthday, critiquing how terrible Real Madrid are as a team. That defense, Asensio he did well, but it's terrible, people. It's really, really, really terrible. So yeah, Arsenal are in the semi-final, as well as Inter Milan are also in the semi-final. Bayern Munich tried to come back, but Inter Milan was just that good. It finished 2-2, I think, or is it 3-2 or 3-3? Let me just check right now. It finished. Inter won. That's the thing that I know. And now they meet with Arsenal in the second stage. Yeah, it finished 2-2. Now they meet Barcelona in the second stage. Arsenal will be meeting, is it PSG, a team who is very good tactically but don't have the strength to hold on to play around to even do something. So Arsenal might win this, Arsenal might win this. Like the video, subscribe to the Connect. I just tried to tell you the truth as it is. You might not like it or not, but Remontada did not work in this game. Thank you very much for watching. I've been your host Sam in this Football Connect reaction video. I'm out. Like the video, subscribe to Connect. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.